We're taking on the deep fryer on Conquer Your Fear, where we're gonna help you master your biggest kitchen anxieties. Deep frying safety is really important, but it really comes down to common sense. So I have a couple guidelines that you should follow anytime that you're frying in your kitchen. Number one, always have a fire extinguisher close by. You never know what's gonna happen. Be sure never to overfill your pot. It should never be higher than halfway up. And finally, have a thermometer. That way you're never gonna go a higher temperature than you need to. So to conquer your fear of deep frying, I'm gonna show you how to make classic homemade French fries and deep fried Oreos. So in a large pot, I filled it with oil about halfway up, and it's really important to use high smoke point oil. So you wanna use a vegetable oil, canola oil, or peanut oil. And I have my candy thermometer because I don't want it to go over 350 degrees. Over here, I've sliced my potatoes, kind of rustic, about 1/2 inch thick, left some of the skin on there. But as you know, water does not mix with oil, so you always want to make sure that whatever vegetable or food product that you put into the oil, that it's completely dry. And I've left this in water because I don't want the potatoes to oxidize and turn brown. So I'm just going to take these out and dry them off before I put them in. Once these fries are dry, I'm going to drop them into the oil. Now be very careful because you don't want to splatter yourself. You really want to fry in small batches so that every single French fry is getting nice and crispy. After about 2 to 5 minutes, depending on how thick your potato is, you want to start to check them. You want them to be translucent and golden but not brown. Great, these look just about right. So I'm going to remove them and put them into a fine mesh strainer. Now you're probably wondering, wait a second, those fries don't look done all the way. Well, that's the secret to making really crispy homemade fries. We're actually gonna double fry them. So these fries have been draining. Now I'm just gonna spread them out onto a clean baking sheet. Nice even layer. Then we're just gonna pop these into the freezer for about a ½ hour. Now that our fries are frozen, we're gonna fry them again. And be sure to look out for those little icicles because as soon as they hit that oil, they're gonna pop and spatter and you don't want that. All right, so same thing, I'm gonna drop these into the oil and space them out because you don't wanna overcrowd the oil. Now this time we're looking for that nice golden brown color. These fries look just about done. They're floating to the top and I can tell that they're golden brown. Now a common mistake that people make is that they check their fries by removing them from the oil, looking at them and then dunking them back in. That actually makes them soggy, so avoid doing that. Then I'm gonna let these drain on a baking sheet lined with a paper towel. These fries look fantastic. So crispy and delicious. Once you conquer your fear of frying, you might want to invest in an actual deep fryer. These can range anywhere from $20 to $200. With one of these, you can fry just about anything. And speaking of anything, all the rage right now at food festivals and food trucks are deep fried Oreos. Well, I'm going to show you how easy those are to make. I made some pancake batter over here and I'm just going to grab an Oreo with my tongs and dip the entire Oreo into the batter. So even though deep fryers have a temperature gauge, you still want to check and make sure that the oil is hot enough. So a good way to test that is before you drop the Oreo in, you want to just slightly put a little bit in there, and if the batter starts to bubble up, you know that it's ready to go. So you can see it's starting to heat up and sizzle. Drop the Oreo in. Now what we're looking for is a nice golden color, maybe about 15 seconds on each side. And it looks just about done, nice and golden brown. Look at that. So it's gonna taste like pancake, warm chocolate, and then that creamy Oreo filling. And just let it drain on a paper towel. You know, I've been to festivals and I've seen them deep fry Twinkies, Snickers bars. You can fry anything you want. Make sure to clean your oil in between batches. You know, a lot of those pieces of batter get in there, they start to burn. You don't want it to mix with all the good stuff. Then you're just gonna dust these Oreos with a little bit of powdered sugar and check out the inside. Oh, look how great that looks. Now don't toss out that extra oil and don't pour it down the drain. You can actually save it. Just pour it through a fine mesh strainer and then save it in the fridge for another time. Now that you've conquered your fear of the deep fryer, let me know some other kitchen fears that you have in the comment box below, and be sure to check out our other recipes where we're using the deep fryer. I'm Brandy, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Pop Sugar.